Hello, you lovely degenerates, to the 31st episode of Season 2 of Monster Mates.
Hello, welcome back.
Spencer, please choose a number between 1 and 131.
All right, I'm gonna pick number 35.
35 Sheep Girls.
Sheep girls.
Yes. You love the...
Oh, this sounds wonderful.
You love the hit video game Catherine, yes? I actually typed Catherine.
I do love the hip new fantastic video game of Catherine.
Here it is.
Is it just normal looking sheep with titties?
Pretty much. It's labeled under were sheep, I believe. Let me double
Were
check.
sheep?
Yeah, as in man sheep.
All right. Well, while you pull that up, I'm gonna give my rating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this like a 7. This sound like just the idea of a sheep girl is so cute and fluffy, and just use her as a pillow.
I'm gonna give this probably an 8.
Yeah, it's like this is wholesome. Watch it be super fucked up.
All right, I will read this one.
All right, go for it. This is on you.
A type of beast man covered in a fluffy coat, having the characteristics of a sheep. Just as it seems from the fluffy appearance, they're always drowsy and lightheaded. They mostly spend their time spaced out in the plains where beautiful grasses grow, basking in the sun or napping. When they find a human man, they make a gentle smile as though happy from the bottom of their hearts. Oh my goodness gracious, my heart. And slowly head over to the man and gently embrace him, affectionately rubbing their fluffy body all over the man. If it were some other monster, this is when the man would get violently knocked down and violated, and the monster would deliciously receive his mana. But the way they happily embrace the man doesn't give off that feeling at all. However, this is actually their method of attacking men to get sex. The wool that her body is covered in contains sleep magic. Uh-oh. After being embraced and having the coat rubbed all over him, the man will be overcome with the same kind of lightheaded drowsiness as them. And when his thinking starts to get hazy, they will slowly remove his clothing. Upon seeing the man's exposed penis, they will grin happily, raise their own lower body above it, and slowly lower their hips, guiding it inside them. And then, while embracing the man and joined with him, they'll keep slowly shaking their hips while the man is so sleepy he can't resist. He'll be filled with a comfortable pleasure, and just as he releases mana inside them, he'll fall asleep while enveloped in their fluffiness. They'll also fall asleep in the same way while joined with the man upon experiencing the pleasant sensation of the man's mana filling their body. Eventually, when the man awakens due to a physiological phenomenon and the warm, pleasant sensation of being enveloped by them, his penis, which is still inside them, will once again become stiffly erect. The feeling of it drilling their insides will cause them to wake up too. And after smiling at the man with their sleepy-looking face, they'll begin shaking their hips. While still drowsy, having barely woken up, the man will release mana back inside them once more due to the gentle pleasure he is being given. Their fur, which is imbued with sleep magic, is treasured as a material for bedding and pajamas. The deep sleep induced by the fluffy, comfortable bedding is very pleasant, and even with a short period of sleep, one can completely restore himself from fatigue and wake up feeling refreshed. For that reason, this fur fetches high prices. Also, if cut, it grows back after a while, so many people raise them. However, the reason they're normally so docile and sleepy is the fur. Without this fur, they're released from the sleep magic and they will fully exhibit their original lustful and greedy nature. Their soft smile will change into a smile more accentuated by desire. To express all the bestial lust that had been suppressed by drowsiness until then, they'll push a man down and have sex with him. Unable to satisfy their greedy lust and just having sex once or twice, they'll crash their hips into a man's violently like a wild beast in heat, to taste an even greater quantity of stronger pleasure and mana. During this time, their expression will be different than usual. The ecstasy from tasting pleasure and mana will cause them to make a lewd, completely slackened smile. All right.
Okay. So this is awesome.
There's a lot of big yeses to this.
I just like the fact that you'll never have a sleepless night.
Yep.
Never.
Pretty much.
Literally, you come home from work and you're like, man, I'm fucking exhausted. And she's like, That's okay.
I got you, fam.
I got you. Fuck me while we sleep.
Uh,
I'm like, that's perfect.
Also, this is 100% a me thing. The waking up and into immediately waking up via sexual intercourse, that is a gigantic fantasy of mine.
That is, dude, same. Like that is huge. I think just the fact that like it's up there with the you walk in on your girl and she has and she's cooking something and she just has the maid outfit.
The naked apron
Yeah,
thing.
it's like up there with that.
Yep, fair.
And
enough.
it's just like, oh my god, that's so good. And I can't think of any negatives of this, honestly. This is okay. The only negative I could say about this is if
when her fur is sheared off.
Well,
and even then, that's not even that bad.
Like, look at her. She's not gonna overpower you. She's not gonna. Imagine this little thing trying to force you to doing anything.
Oh my goodness.
She'd be like, "Yeah, I want it." And you're just like, okay. I'm naturally, like, Trevor can attest to this. I'm naturally a sleepy person.
Yes, you are.
I don't know why I am, but I've always just been kind of someone who just is, like, dozy and, like, will just kind of nod off sometimes.
Sometimes even sleeping for almost 24 hours.
I impress even myself.
Only
on the weekends, though.
Yeah, pretty much, and more back in the day, but
back when I was in school, it was straight up, hey, could you sleep? Yeah, let's sleep all day. It was like, uh-oh.
Yep, which then turned into an in-joke, but nonetheless.
But basically, this is wonderful. Just the idea of, I just want to spend time with my girl. She wants to fuck, and I want to sleep. The best of both worlds. Like, and if you just want to have, like, hardcore sex for the next couple days, you literally just shave her off.
Yep.
And then go at it for the next couple days, and then whatever you put her fur into, pillows or whatever, you sleep on that, and you're golden.
Yeah, pretty much. I would love to have some pajamas made, like, by her fur. That would just, that'd be incredible.
Like, the fact that you can just, like, make anything from her fur and she won't have a problem with that, and you get, all fatigue is gone. All of it.
Super restful nights. Heck yes. I need that.
My god.
I work first shift. I need that.
You need that.
I need that.
I need this to stop the reality from seeping into my head while I'm asleep.
What else? Trying to think. Obviously, horns to grab onto.
Yes, absolutely, horns. I like the bells on her.
Yes, the little bells as well as super good.
You always know where she's at.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little
I'm
cute
trying to
bell everywhere.
Trying to think of what else I wanted to touch upon. Oh yeah, that's right. So kind of, I don't know if this is just me, but
Yeah.
the kind of the description that was given of how you also get a bit sleepy when she rubs her fur on you, it, in my mind, that kind of makes me also think that it would be a similar thing of basically having sex while super high on weed.
I imagine it. I bet you feel intoxicated of some kind when you're with her.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I imagine it would fill that same sense as well. Not only the sleepiness, but just feeling super high.
Like, I love her disposition is gentle, but quote parentheses violent, lustful. I'm like, this sheep is so high, she's not going to force you to do anything.
Oh goodness.
Like, the most violent she's gonna be is when you go, okay, you can be Dom today. That's the most, like, Dom violent she's going to get.
tags, drug use, vanilla, ahegao. Even though those two are contradictory to each other, don't worry about it.
Trevor, there is no brothel here. There is only hotel with one of these in each room.
Okay, kind of. It would basically be you have one price for these brothels, and it's an all-night brothel only.
Yes. Is an all-night brothel where you go in.
Which would be expensive, but yes.
Well, here's the thing. That's their whole thing, right? You don't want to go in for a little bit, get sleepy, and then leave. Their whole thing is literally come in, have a reservation, monster sheep, where sheep is waiting for you.
Yep, pretty much.
Dude.
Uh-huh.
Black sheep, though.
Yeah, that's your aesthetic.
I think a black sheep would be cute.
Yeah, for sure. That would be adorable. I'm gonna look up.
That.
Hold on. Sheep types.
You know what a black sheep is? Literally just a sheep.
I'm aware of what a black sheep is, but I'm looking at like some of their different pattern of fur. Looking to see if there's any like extreme.
There's spotted ones.
There are spotted ones, and they're adorable.
Yeah.
Sheep breeds.
It reminds me of 2B, where like, hey, do you want the white girl with black fur, or do you want the black girl with the white fur? You know, kind of swap it.
Yeah.
Or black girl with black fur, white girl with white fur. It's super cute.
Okay, I'm gonna send this over to you.
Uh-huh.
So mostly when I think of sheep, I think of the rambouillet, which is like the curved horns, like super fluffy kind of sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, like the big fluffy ones there, yeah.
Yeah. There's also, oh my goodness, Southdown, which looks to be, well, the breed was made artificially. That's interesting. They're super small, and their fur seems to be super short as well. That's adorable. That's hilarious. There's the Lincoln sheep, which is just thick ears and whoo boy, thick wool.
Woolly,
pretty much.
It's just super huggable. Just literally come home, hug.
Pretty much with the caracool as well. Although, interesting thing to know about the caracool sheep. I don't know why you know what? It's part of the thing. Whatever. Female caracool don't have horns. So if you don't want to have horns for whatever insane reason, get a caracool were sheep.
Listen, as we have said, I don't know how many episodes we've done on Monster Man. It's 60 plus now.
Yeah.
Horns are meant to be grabbed as handles.
Yes. Alternatively, you can get a Lohi sheep as a counterpoint to the Southdown sheep. Lohi sheep are super tall.
Oh, God.
And they have giant ears.
Big, tall, fluffy girls.
Yeah, with big ears. Oh, I do that.
Don't talk about doing the sheep.
Look, we're not in Wales. It's fine.
You're safe for now, Wales. For now.
Only for now. But no, like,
until later.
All these different types of sheep and the possibilities within like the were sheep like thing going with this. It's oh man, it's too powerful. This is way too strong for this earth. Let's see. Anything else you want to mention on, or are we kind of in and out on this?
I mean, like, as a whole, I like... There's a picture on the Wikipedia for people who want to go there. There's like a raccoon girl behind the sheep girl who had just cut off all of her fur, is just sleeping on it as she's like all lustful.
Thank you, Snuffy, for your work.
That is not Snuffy.
I know it's not, but I wanted to say it. You said raccoon. You said raccoon girl. I immediately thought of Snuffy.
She's a trash pin.
I know. Anyways.
The only problem I would actually have with this is not wanting to be sleepy. Like, you want to spend the night, you know?
That's honestly just when you shear off all the wool, because that's where the sleepy thing comes in, is literally from her fur. So.
Right, that is fair. I don't know
So,
how fast sheep grow back
uh,
their coats, because like if you say you don't want it for like more than a couple of days, and you're like, ah, fuck, I wish I didn't cut it all off.
all it says is it grows back after a while, but I would imagine a while would probably be anywhere within a week. I would imagine.
That's a lot, though. I would give like 2. If anything,
Maybe.
I wouldn't shave it off. I'd like cut it off, I'd just be like,
You
and
you
clean.
you
Yeah,
you trim it
I'd
basically.
trim my sheep girl.
All right. Fair enough. I don't know. I think I would just keep the wool on for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Although since I shave like once a week, I would be, if it grew back like once every week, once every 2 weeks, I would also be fine just doing that. I
Yeah.
shave myself and I shear her. So, it works out perfectly.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I like it. I like her.
Uh-huh.
I The only thing about her I would honestly say is she's not super out there for monster girls, right? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, in a physiological sense, yeah, that's fair.
Like there's nothing really super interesting, but like she's the wholesome incarnate.
Her disposition and like kind of what she brings to the table, like I guess quote unquote magic wise, and just her drowsy and like derpy disposition, it big uppers. Plus again, waking up to just instant sex in one fashion or another, big ups for me there. So
I think I gotta give this like an 8 or a 9.
I'm giving this a solid 9. The only reason this is not a 10 is because I also don't want to be sleepy always. But again, I go back to the just
Yeah.
shear her.
Right. But I feel like a 10 is for the perfect, you see no wrong, no
Oh,
bad
yeah.
things anywhere.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But this is just so wholesome and so cute that you can't help but to not hug her fluff. Literally,
Yes.
you could motorboat her fluff and just be like, blah, blah, blah.
But what would you rate a sheep girl, and what type of sheep breed would you go after in a were sheep girl? I personally would go for a Southdown or a Lohi.
I'd go for the biggest, fluffiest one you got.
Probably a Lohi then.
Alright. I'll go for the Alohi.
Yes, but thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give it a like. And if you want to see more episodes, then consider subscribing. And if you want updates on the show, go follow us over on Twitter. And be sure to check out the amazing artist who did the thumbnail for this episode.
Thank you so much for listening to Monster Mates.
And be sure to stay tuned for the next episode.
Bye.